on, everybody? We're gonna be playing the Stanley Parable, which I've never played before. Apparently, it's got really good reviews, so I don't know much about it other than it has many different endings, and apparently some of those endings can happen quickly. So I don't know how long it is. Oh, I remember computers like that. I used to have one. Good times, good times. No subtitles. Confirm. Have I played the Stanley Parable before? No. Please adjust the slider. Computer is barely visible. Yeah, sure. Please enter the current time. 10:19. Okay, thank you. Okay, I just want to check the audio. Okay, wait. Music all the way off. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so wait. Sound effects, narrator. Yeah, begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And
Maybe
Stanley
he
was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, of course, I did. The meeting room. Yes. In here? Okay, that's not the meeting room. At the meeting room? Nope.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, of course I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside of you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've presented over 100 times across North America. That's solid. Everyone was unique. You, most of all. Yes, that's right. I am very unique. What do people want? Things, money, more money? things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Let's say I can't. That's too. The stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment. Stripes. Target demographic teenagers. What is hot? Profits, profits, profits. Profit. That's funny. Requires more secondary research on stripes. Of course. By quarterly post review. Want to get rid of the deaf sport portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net? Some sort of child trap? Okay. That's funny. Good times. Alright, so it's worth it to actually like read some of this stuff. Clever. Meeting room. Do not alter without consenting. Whiteboard manager. What if I... Is there a alter button? Nope. Tomorrow. Complete today's unfinished agenda. What? Right, next day's agenda. Reflect. Not cost efficient. Kind of hard to read the handwriting. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Okay. Monetized free to play? That's funny. Okay. Do I want to know?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh, fancy pantsy.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yes.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
That's
Amazing.
right.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This looks inviting. Okay. This is totally normal to have in your office. PS5, no load screens.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Made like a sound when I stepped over it.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. I'll follow directions.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Stay tuned.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I'm 427, right? Yeah, I'm not there. Huh. This is a totally normal work environment. Nothing strange about this.
This mind
Let's go to the
control
bathroom.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
By doing what? Okay. I guess by cutting the power? 5. And there's a button up there too.
And when at last he found the source of the room's
This is my first
power,
time playing
he
it.
knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Get wrecked. I broke it.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Victory sound.
Unshackled himself from someone else's control. Freedom was mere moments away.
That's right.
And yet,
Banjo
even as
Kazooie.
the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
That's a door? It's huge.
Stanley felt the
Yeah, I'm
cold
following
breeze
this
upon his
time.
skin, the feeling of liberation,
I'll disobey
the
him
immense
next.
possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Ah, we achieved enlightenment. Beat the game. Alright, well, so next stream I'm going to be playing Fortnite. 16 minutes into it. Get my first trophy. Okay. Can I sharpen? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
That's what you think, narrator. I do what I want. Press all the things. PC load letter. Gotta save power. Yeah, coworkers are so careless. Awaiting input. How do I input? How do I put the in? Yeah, the narrator's already sassy. I'll give him sass back. Don't you worry about that. I don't take anything from a narrator.
Literally every single door in the office.
That's right.
Because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
There's cues in my environment? What? Who said that? I hate Mondays. That won't open. How about this light? Can we fix the light? Nope. I can't read that, but it looks like I can go there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, nope. Haha, what are you gonna do about it?
The correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes. I love the decor. Nice beige walls. We got in the broom closet? No, this is like, we just started like 15-ish minutes ago. That was the first ending we got, was obeying. I don't...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just
Agreed.
to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Yes, I love how
Stanley
those
simply stood here,
pencil sharpeners
drinking it
everywhere.
all in.
How do I crouch? There. Ah, I can't read it.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
What if I just stay here? Can I sit? What are you gonna do about it,
At this
Nerd?
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
That might be true. They were afraid of Stanley. Stanley's behaving oddly.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
It is? No way. It's telling me to stay in this room, I think. Okay. I can do that. I'm good at that. See? Look how good I am. I know how to sit. These blinds are concerning. I think it's a screen. This environment is fake. How long until the narrator is like, yo, go somewhere else? You gonna do it? You played this one before? Nice. This is my first time. The narrator is not a fan of my second playthrough so far. Keep try. Okay, I will.
But
Minecraft
at last,
style.
He'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Yes, I definitely did. Ah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You know what? I do what I want. Oh no, somebody broke that. That's unfortunate. Minecraft style. Gotta close the door behind you. Okay. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Well.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
What if I go that way?
Forgotten about.
Kind of want to
Stop trying to make every
jump
decision
off.
by yourself. Now,
I want to
I'm
explore
not
this too.
asking
There's
for
so
me.
many options.
I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
I do what I want.
She's been waiting.
My wife's at work. What are you talking about? What the?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
My wife's calling?
To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Magic.
You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible?
I
None
told
of
you
these
magic.
decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
What if I plug
Why
it back
not
in?
noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
That's right, I'm Jared.
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
Is that a
This
European
is why
plug?
You've been able to make correct and incorrect choices, and to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
I just have
won't have that
ODD.
kind of risk on my
I will
watch.
do the
I'm
opposite
going to
whatever
stop the
you
game for a
say.
moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
No, I don't want to.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could
Cricket
spend
burger.
years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find
That's
yourself
correct,
speaking with
fish.
a person who does not make
Suck
sense,
on this.
in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? What does that mean?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
That's normal.
Most medical professionals recommend
Don't
making
try this at
least
home.
8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially
It is me.
insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
Where's Jared?
At
Right
this
there.
time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Cool. Are we gonna start at 40 off the left?
Ah,
Hey.
welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
No. I'm gonna call 911. I will escape. Plug it back in. Why does it sound like I'm clicking on a keyboard? close it. Okay. Reminds me of one of the performance venues at ASU. Had to use that to schlep all their percussion equipment in. Ooh.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Wait,
that story would make no sense at all.
Fence was not there before. Okay.
As soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
That's funny. What if I sneak through? Ah, they thought of everything. It's convenient having doors open for you. Must have been a pressure plate under under the cobblestone. I'm gonna just continue.
There. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Yeah. What about this? Nothing? The developers did not account for Jared being very patient. What about if I spin in circles? Wow. Squatting. Gotta get my leg day in. Nope. Okay, well, I'll just keep squatting. Speed squats. Alright, our legs are super strong. We're prepared to escape. Okay, wants me to go through that other door. What if I go through here?
All you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Go through the left door. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The left. Over there. Okay, yes. This is left.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh no. Somebody bumped into that. Oh, that chair. It's seen better days. It does not look comfortable. Oh no. Employee 445, what happened? Did you have an oopsie? I want to stay over here. I don't want to go on the left. I don't want to go on the left. The left door is scary. My other left? I was never really good at working stuff off the left. Left. Okay. We did better that time. I went in the left side. Come on. Open. What if you just have to, like, press this 500 times? Like that one wall in Elden Ring where you have to, like, roll into it 100 times and then it it reveals itself. I never did verify if that was true or not. I just saw a video of it. Maybe it's fake news. What if I close this? Push it. Come on.
Never back down, never what?
Yeah.
Never give up.
Come on. Nick A30 was motivating you. Okay, fine. Jerk. Ah! What now? Darn. Didn't change. The narrator's given up on me. They've run out of patience. Okay. Those are locked. Oh no.
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
That's what I do.
For what? What did you get out of that? What
Satisfaction.
Did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now.
Do you need to
What am I
meditate?
supposed to do? Even if there were
Would you
way
like
to
a snack
continue,
and
would
a
it be
nap?
worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
Where?
Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
Can I jump?
What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Don't.
I have to.
No. Hey. I'm not done here. I'm not done. Oh no. I'm still moving. I see something. It's really dark. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
Did he just vomit?
I'm still here. Here in this pile
Do you
of
need some
rubbish.
water?
With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Oh,
It was the
bummer.
only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Should have had a
What, did you think
playtester.
that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
What's
He
on the
actually
ground?
knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to
Did you have an
do
accident?
something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I'm almost 40.
My story.
Meh.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility.
Oh,
You
cool.
would have destroyed it and been victorious.
Wow.
It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make
Uh-oh. I broke it.
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
'Kay.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just
Door
follow my
on
lead
the
and you'll be
left.
fine. All right. When
Door
Stanley came to a
on
set of
the
two
left.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
K. L. This one. I did it.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow
No,
my
the
lead and
narrator
you'll
did
be
not.
fine.
They
All
really
right.
need a therapist.
When Stanley came to a set
It
of
looks like
two
a happy
open
face.
doors,
It's a
he
happy
entered
robot.
The door on his left.
Yep. I sure did. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let me in. Let me in. Help. Help. Somebody. Help. Okay.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Delayed reaction there.
Exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the
This door.
story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
If I sneak, it'll work. Sneak past there. I'll climb up there. Climb. Come on. Come on. Almost. Gonna go through the light. Keep going. Yeah, like that. Now we go up. Through the ceiling. Come on. Come on. Hey. Go up. See? We're gonna clip through it. Come on. Come on. No. I want to escape this facility. We're gonna stand on the happy robots. Come on. Ugh. Not working. They thought of everything.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
How many times can I
Behave
keep doing
exactly
this?
as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly.
Is there
and
like
always
a
putting
what
the
is it, the
story
Bandersnatch?
first.
I think that was the name
I'm
of
sure
it
you'll be up to
on
the
Netflix.
task. Just follow my lead and you'll
Where
be
if you like
fine.
keep
All right.
repeatedly doing the same thing
When
over and
Stanley
over,
came to a
eventually
set
after
of
like
two
20
open
times it like gave you an
doors,
alternative
he entered the
ending.
door on his left.
Yep. Definitely did. Definitely went in the door on the left. Let's trigger the thing.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna try it one more time. That's the left. I should be able to go up here. Playing Office Space the movie, the game. Yes, PC load letter.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Did I do the door mission?
Exactly as Stanley would.
I don't think so. This is my second ending we're going for. First one was following his directions.
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, fine. They locked me out. That's so rude. So rude. Okay. We'll advance the story.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, why won't it let me in? It let me in the last time. The game's broken? Yeah, I'm good at breaking things. You should see some of my highlight reels.
Coming to a
hey!
Stanley walked
it's locked.
To his boss's office.
I wanted to go down. Okay, we'll have to try that a different time. Oh. Oh, it's only 1 flight up now. That way. Okay. Let's hack the planet. Come on. Oh, you getting your sticks today? Nice. Yeah, you have to let me know what you think about them. What's that say? The beige pages? Wait, what? That is an uncomfortable sounding chair. Oh, your office changed.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out.
I'm the most
Stanley
expensive
had been trained
boss.
never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath,
of course,
and then spoke
Go.
the code.
Your manager doesn't show any indication of human life when he's in the office. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Are they the most expensive boss?
Code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Okay. That's the receiver. Day Owl 559.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes?
You didn't mishear me, did you?
What?
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Okay. I will speak it into the receiver.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect
I told you I have
Stanley
ODD.
shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
I love you? Does
When
Does
Stanley
that-
came to
what?
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
we made it?
Stanley?
See, we clipped through.
Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
That actually looks like somebody I know.
To make a choice.
What?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening?
The end. You made it into the ceiling.
Is everything all right?
What?
This is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just...
I don't understand you. I understand you.
I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Stanley's broken.
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
It just froze.
Take as much time as you need.
Hey, go exercise a little. Eat some healthy food. Get some sleep. You'll feel better tomorrow. We broke it. I broke the game. Okay, well that was interesting. Clipping reminds you of the old cheats for shooting games like Doom. Yeah, there's one of the old Battlefield games. If there's a wall here, if you ran at a specific angle, is that like a, I don't know, 20-degree angle or something, you could clip through some of the buildings, and then you could shoot out, but nobody could shoot in. And the only way you could like kill the people who would ran in there and did that is if you like threw C4 and they happened to like run up to it. It was hilarious. So you could do that, and then you'd be underneath, and you could like throw C4 up onto the thing above you and blow the people above you. It was so easy to like troll people in those old games, especially because they had full team mics. Like it wasn't squad mics or anything. It was just I had some troll accounts there. You have an insanely chill boss? Oh, that's good. I have had both. I've had some where I really enjoy my bosses, and others like, I don't like going here for work. What if I hack the planet? Press F1. I can't. Hacking not unlocked. That sounds kind of like SOCOM. Ooh, SOCOM. Sorry, let me move this so I can actually see it. Respawn, do you have knock on the door for 428 10 times? I didn't try that. It didn't work. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean?
Let's go this way.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. Okay, I wanna try definitely going in the door on the left.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
No, I don't like that
Yes,
lounge.
this
I've never
room.
enjoyed that lounge.
But eager to
I've
get
never
back
sat
to
there
business,
for extended
Stanley
period
took
of time.
the first open door on his left.
That would be weird. Whoop, sorry about that. Accidentally closed it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Haha! I'm
His
escaping!
eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. Knock on door 430. Okay.
All of his co-workers were...
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly.
Let's get a spoon out and It's like we're playing Mario Party now. Right?
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want
What?
this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle,
'Kay.
Stanley. I want to see commitment.
Now, if
a
only I worked up
willingness to go
thumb
all the
dribbling
way, no
with my
matter the
traditional
cost.
grip.
Why don't you go
Would be
put
so much
20
faster at
clicks
this.
into door number 417?
What? I like this door. Where's 417? Do I have a back massager? Yes. It's for shoulders. Just put it on there. Brrr. That'd be fun. Oh, 416. Aha!
Oh,
See if it
great.
actually
Now,
works. I
go
might break
click a
my
few
controller
times
doing
on
this.
door 437.
Cheat code enabled. You said 437? Where's that one? I don't think we've seen that one yet. Oh,
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. Not there. 415.
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay, we're getting our steps in today. This job is great. I love it.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Yes, my favorite thing. PC load letter.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
We are.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Come on. Up. What's the up button?
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
How did I jump? 416. Okay.
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
What if I don't? I kind of feel like he's getting a little too much satisfaction out of this process. What if I just wait? What do you do now? Is the narrator gonna get impatient? The narrator is just bored now. I stood on the box. Yeah, but like it felt like it made me jump when I did it.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430.
1, 2, 3, 4. The narrator's about to explode. It's just we're unresolved. We're just waiting. Wants to get to tonic.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow.
Click on door 435 times.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how
Thank you
far
for that
we've come today.
diversion, Tucker. That was good. I actually, Glim, I don't know where my leg sound effect is from. A lot of these sound effects, like, I'm curious. Some of them I know, some of them I'm like, I have no clue. Okay.
Stanley came to a set of 2
Yep.
open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting
No,
room,
this is
and
the correct
Stanley
way.
knew it
You don't know what you're
perfectly
talking
well.
about, narrator.
Perhaps he would
I
have stopped
know where I'm
by the
going.
employee lounge
Congratulations,
first,
thank you.
just to admire it.
All my time with the
The
metronome
lounge
paid
was
off.
sublime, a work of art.
We got that trophy.
Well, but eager to get back to business,
All we needed to
Stanley
use
took
was
the
a back
first open
massager.
door on his left.
Uh-oh.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, so what if I...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
Jump
we've
on
gotten
there.
off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yeah.
I realize that investing
definitely
your
not,
trust in someone
yeah.
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
Yeah.
story has been about nothing but you all this time.
That's right.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Okay, wish me
Someone
luck.
you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Assassin's Creed.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Try to close
Let
it.
me prove it.
The creepers
Let
are
me
gonna get in.
prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
To be or not to be? Okay. That one's actually a 2B if you know, think of that E as a 3.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. I will definitely walk through the red door. Tried to close it. It would not let me.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I
Yes.
still don't think we're communicating
Nope,
properly.
not that one.
Stanley walked
Through
through
the
red
blue door.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You
Ha
want to
ha
know
ha,
so
I won.
badly what's out there, you
It's
want
like
to
the
find out
child
what
who
lies at
just
the
keeps
end of this
asking the
road
parent
you've
repeatedly and they
chosen.
eventually
Well,
give in.
don't you? You see, there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
It was.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that?
Oh, it's
Because I
broken.
did. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
Why is it
Because
doing
this
that?
is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You give
Yes,
me
all the
absolutely
above.
nothing so far.
A jetpack would be
Tell you what,
great right
Let
now.
me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Haha!
Take it for a spin.
What?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you
7.
say that the game benefited from allowing
Click.
you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah? What's a good number? Like, is 1 bad or is 1 good? It's like the idea of like box 5 and like drum corps or in just like the marching arts. Sometimes box 5 is terrible and sometimes box 5 is great. Let's go with a solid 3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical
Would give it 5
thinking
out of
or
5 stars
engagement
if you
with your
added it in
surroundings.
jetpacks.
Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes?
Mm.
Wonderful.
Open. Nope.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And
Okay.
to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. I'm number 1, right? Nope. Stanley, wow. That's me? I'm doing great. Out of billions of people, I'm in the top 10,000. Friends list is empty. Okay. So those are changed. And now we can go in here. Like an outhouse door.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Yes.
Again, honest answers, please.
I want to be number 1.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Of course.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards
What?
danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation
Okay,
and
but
tedium of endlessly confronting the
kids gotta learn the
demands of
hard
family
way.
life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
You'll learn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it
Fair
because
enough.
you hate babies or purely to spite me?
There's a reason
Because
we
if
don't
it's
have
for that, I don't
children.
know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game?
Gladly.
To ease the pain.
Okay, I'm gonna play
Let's see.
Fortnite.
What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, so I had read that there's like a bunch of trophies in here, and like, oh, interesting.
Ah,
Totally,
fascinating.
this is like one of the
What do you
games that
think
I'm
this game's
planning on
about,
playing.
Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Firewatch, I think, is what it's called.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience
Space
of total
puffs.
mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay, in a moment. Yeah, so I read that there's like a bunch of different like trophies. That's funny. No, seriously, we disabled it. But I guess one of them, the trophies, they're like, oh, a lot of the game, like, it doesn't take you very long to like get the endings, but one of the endings, it said that it takes you 4 hours. And based off of what the narrator is saying, I wonder if there's a trophy where you literally just play that game for 4 hours and then you get that. That's what I'm thinking. Who does the baby belong to? Hopefully not the narrator. Hopefully not. Yeah, so Firewatch is one of the games that I'm like planning on playing. What if I light this? It won't let me. I heard it's a really interesting story, but I've never played it. Alright, let's do it. We're gonna go watch LA right now.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
I don't want to follow a path. I wonder if this was like made by the same developers of
It
Firewatch?
is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No! Hey!
Oh,
Rude!
thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
I almost escaped.
You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around.
Oh, that's no
right
good.
or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
If the tree can go through, I can go through.
Oh, thank heavens.
Only
we
thing
are
holding me back is my mind.
out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Okay.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
What game are we gonna play now?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly
Rocket
what I
League?
had in
What?
mind.
Took
Just
me a
a
moment.
nice big box for you to run around in. There
Ah,
isn't any
thank you.
possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I will try.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Yes.
Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
Give me
Oh,
a
what
sports ball,
fun.
please.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes. I think
Yes.
surely we
Where's the
must.
puck?
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Okay. What team am I? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to Rocket League.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it
I'm
better
winning.
than my miserable little story that I worked
I'm
so
winning.
hard on? Stanley, I have a thought.
Almost.
And I realize I'm not a sportsologist.
Yeah.
But if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal... Hold on. What are you
What?
doing?
Uh-oh. I broke it. Hole in one. Hey, why'd you call me a beta?
I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
We just did a synchronization point. Okay. This game is so random. Is that bird droppings? Did somebody go to the bathroom? Somebody have an oopsie. Okay, back to work I go. What? I feel like I'm missing something. What? Oh, it broke.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no...
What did you miss?
Once this ends,
we played
after it all
Firewatch.
comes to a close, then I'll
And
be
then
back.
Rocket League.
The end will be here soon.
And then Fell Through the World.
Very soon. I can wait.
Me too. I'm very patient. And now what? The end is never the end is never the end is never.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Okay. I'm gonna answer the phone
Stanley
this
came
time.
to a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible
admire,
room,
admire,
Stanley
admire.
for the first
It's
time
great.
understood true. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
Let's go
incredible
across.
he wasn't fired years ago.
And
Look, Stanley,
This
I think
time I'll
perhaps we've
pick up the
gotten off
phone.
on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
kind of reminds me of Portal.
I'm asking, this is it, Stanley.
Just like the
Your
sassiness
chance
of the
to redeem
narrator.
yourself.
The cake
To
is a
put
lie.
your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Okay.
That's her, Stanley.
I'll pick it up. Don't worry. My wife is a door? What?
Oh,
She's
is that
adorable.
you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
You don't sound like my wife.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh, wow. Hey, honey.
Gotcha.
It's me.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make
Grace?
a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta check in on the
Sorry,
neighbors.
but you're in my story now.
Oh, no. Well, that's unfortunate. That's funny. Hey, honey.
This is a very sad
You shaved
story
your head.
about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee. Press triangle on my controller. I don't want to. Why do we have a honey? Why did you put? I don't call my wife honey. I think that's weird. Why did you put this chair in here, huh? Kayla, good morning.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
Mm.
He has a job that demands nothing of him.
That's
Every
right.
button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press down.
Look at him there,
Wow.
pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now
I'm not
he's
that
going home.
hungry.
Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I have. Don't feel sorry for me.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
We really need to clean the walls in here.
And
Yeah,
so
let's
he
watch
began
TV.
to
What?
fantasize about his own
No.
job.
It's
First,
turning
he
into my
imagined that
office.
One day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind
Go
each
in the door on the right.
mere thought
Right.
that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Prepare dinner. Ooh, I made some good sushi last night.
As he wandered through this
Whoa.
fantasy world, he began to fill it with many
Robots
possible
appeared.
paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
The game with the baby? We called it the incinerator. Tell my kids a story. I don't think Minnie cares about the story. She doesn't speak English.
It was such a wonderful fantasy.
She's also
and
deaf.
So in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Aw, yeah. Press down.
But there is no answer.
Hey!
How could there possibly be?
Wife, where'd you go?
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
You haven't had sushi in a while? Yeah, it was good. They didn't have the normal nori, like the seaweed wrap, so the one that they had was like a wasabi one, and it was great. Good, a little extra flavor, like no spice at all, really, compared to what we would normally do. But it was good. It was a good salmon sushi. Delicious. Go to sleep. I can't jump, remember?
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me.
1984
He won't stop.
simulator.
Here, watch this. Stanley,
The next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I do what I want. Haha.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
Can I get out my desk?
Try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps.
Do it.
Well, maybe this time he'll see.
Probably not.
Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
That's not very nice. Oh no! Heart attack. Stanley should have moved more. Again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, so let's try this.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Okay. Okay. We'll go left.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay, I guess that's paybacks.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Come on.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Okay, oh wait. Shuffles paperwork.
Now, let's see, we went down right, left...
Not that diagram, no, the other one.
Right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Duh, everyone knows that. Come on. Everything sounds like a keyboard to Stanley. Stanley has a rare disease.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh.
He's fired.
Am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Hey.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
Fine.
From the top.
Boop. Again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
It was Labor Day. Nobody showed up for work except for Stanley, because Stanley does not check their calendar.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
what?
I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Okay.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
This is like
the story
Silent Hill. Was it PT?
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
In the
I'm
demo?
sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. Oh, where's the story? So many to choose from. Which way do we go?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you.
Hey, I'm having
there
fun.
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find
No,
it unlikely that we'll ever
we're fine.
progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
No, it's
Okay,
great.
Let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, hey, I didn't consent.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I did not miss a memo. I am on top of my emails.
Okay, yep.
Hidden
it's
door.
this. I might be remembering
Hidden
this
door.
wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction
Yeah.
and see if we missed anything?
Of course. Oh no. Somebody had an oopsie. Not even let me, like, interact with the doors.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never
Uh-oh.
mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way
'Kay.
and retrace our steps.
Yes. Yep, this is definitely where we came from.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
Go up.
You win!
Yes!
Congratulations!
Another day, another victory for the
I really put in
OG.
a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
Thank you,
good
thank you.
job.
Thank you. Yeah, give me a trophy.
No,
I win, right?
no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work
Hey,
for that win.
I feel
Some
misled.
people
I
win
put in
fair
a
and
lot of
square,
steps.
And this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Duh. Everything is a story if you make it so. That's true. That's true. The Stanley Parable
Right, I've
Adventure
got a
Line.
solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've
Follow the
employed
yellow
help
adventure
of
line.
the
Follow
Stanley
the
Parable
follow the
adventure line.
yellow adventure line.
Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
A minute. Yep.
Nope. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
They thought of everything.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Can I go up it?
Okay. Now, if
You
my
can do it.
experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own
Wall run.
relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need
Parkour.
right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh no. I can't wall run that. Can't. Whee! Do a barrel roll. Did they have like a hyper cat paint this? Just running all over the place. Dig, dag. Go this way. Strafe. Can't. This is why you love this game. This is a good game. I'm enjoying it. Super cool. I love that, like, as somebody who likes to break games intentionally and unintentionally, it, like, rewards that. Monthly ledgers. Corporate imbalances. What? What the? That's super cool. Whoa. Okay. Super neat. Whoa. Okay, so what if I go like this? And then go through here? No, just like reset it. But then if I go around... Huh.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you study it closely.
I am.
And remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It's green. Okay, so don't select the purple one. Okay. I definitely paid attention.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
You ring my bell, ring my bell. Does that answer your question? Yes. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. You feel like you've watched hours of this game and there's still so much you've never seen? Yeah, I hear you. I can see why there's just like so many little Easter eggs and whatnot to explore. This is cool.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Aww. Okay.
You know what, Stanley?
Uh-oh.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
It helped us get our steps in.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting.
I did, and you got mad.
Mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
No. Uh-oh. We tried to get in there before.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Slide.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
Stuck in an
Use
office
your
donut.
imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
That's great.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
What
Just
if I
don't
want to
acknowledge
follow it?
We should be fine.
I want a wall run. Prince of Persia. Star Fox. Oh, we gotta go up there.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
Ha-ha.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door
No,
that leads
we'll
here.
loosen the cap.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I don't follow directions well. Told you I have ODD. Okay, what if there's a filing cabinet that has a key in it? Whoa. Make me go up again. Do it again. Come on. Do it again. You can do it. Like, come on. No? Fine. Whoa. The confusion ending. Find the confusion ending schedule. Narrator restarts the game. 5th restart. Narrator forgets about previous restarts. Narrator's gone after a long time Stanley dies.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
I'm confused.
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
That's a lot.
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Then
My
don't.
mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't
Nonsense
want the game to
philosophy
keep
music.
restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
That's what it wants you to
And
do.
the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
Victory sound.
Whatever it is that made this schedule. No. Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story.
As a
wouldn't you
sonic
agree?
effect.
I'm
Yes.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey.
You win.
They're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Stay tuned.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
Uh-oh. Alarms.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office? Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
This is highly unnecessary. It's like 9 souls, transporting us to another area. Is Aegon going to be here?
And thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
That's what I'm playing.
A reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yeah.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please,
This is
step
kinda
inside
cute.
and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
It's going to be a new coffee mug.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken?
Yep.
What's going on here? Should we...
Jump.
Should we be moving
Jump up and down.
somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long
See,
last,
jumping
it's
worked.
on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yay, content.
It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
What?
right. All right, let's see. It's the jump cycle.
Yes! Alright. Look at that. It must have taken them months to program that. Oh, I'm very thrilled. We're getting all the content. I don't want to waste it all. Can't jump here though. Oh, let's just savor it. We got 10 more. It's just amazing. Oh, we're running out of stamina. Last one. And now I can't jump. Alright, that was great. Totally worth it.
Is that it?
Yep.
Surely that's not all the new content.
Paid extra for
There has
that.
to be something else, right?
That was the DLC.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping.
It's true.
Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Oh, that'd be great.
I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content.
Oh,
And
wow.
oh, wait. There's more.
Show me my show.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content. You're
That's
welcome.
it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with
$4.99
no
for
respect
more
their
jumps.
fan base
Yeah, if
rush
EA
a cheap
made it.
expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies.
You gotta
and it's hard
reload
to
your
believe One
jumps.
of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
I'm gonna hide in
I
here.
built up too much
Gotta hide from the
anticipation
new
around
content.
I'm afraid.
It's
It
scary.
could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game? And
No.
we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable
But
is
new
really
content.
about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great
I just
time
want to sit
together
here
like
and enjoy
always.
the new content
What
space.
do you say, friend?
No. The new content. Okay, good. Still can't interact. Aw, I miss the old office. The new office smells. Okay.
Psst. Stanley,
Yeah.
come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay, Pennywise. I'm sure it's super safe. Huh? Coffee nut. What? Perfect Dark. We're playing the old GoldenEye.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take
Okay,
a
a
look.
ray tracing demo.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been
I
storing all
remember.
my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
It better be bred and not a child. Left incinerated if it's a child. You know. That's what the game wants.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of
I just taped
2013,
over it and
when the
wrote
game
on it.
originally launched? Back
Yeah.
then, video
Can I look
games
through
had
here?
integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
No.
Oh, the waste.
That's funny. English identify 15,000-year-old ultra conserved words. Kind of hard to read. Researchers identified 24 words whose sound and meaning have survived the past 15,000 years. Smile because it happened. Huh. This is kind of cool. Wait for the developers to kind of remember it. Create a little space for it. What happened there? Who's that? Do I want to know? Can I just sit here? No. Sit proof, darn it.
And over
Think you got a leak.
is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
I did.
Every game ever created.
Wow.
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh, good. Down we go. Nope. Yes, press the fire valve. Person of the year. Oh, they're blurry. Huh. I wonder if that's like actual screens from like their development.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation, boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Funny, it's got the 2 doors. Now we go down.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no.
I don't know. It's my first time playing, my friend.
It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny.
Please tell me that's an actual review.
I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable. But the game is
so
already
good.
such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Be hilarious for the developer to just troll their bad reviews. Unfunny.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Let's blow up all the bad reviews.
Like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh no. Another bad review.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
9.8 hours on record.
Well, yes.
Hated the game, played all of it twice through.
Preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I don't want to skip. Oh, can we skip across that? Is that what it's going to do? So there's a band director that I worked with who had a book on his shelf. I forget the name of the book, but it was like all these really bad reviews of like world famous composers, and it'd be like, I don't know, like Chopin or something, and it'd be like Chopin's like debut concert showcasing their works, and the reviews would be like, Chopin doesn't know how to compose and will never create anything of value, blah, blah, blah. And like, it's just these scathing reviews of like Mozart and Haydn and Beethoven, just like all these really famous people, and just people, the critics just basically saying that they're hacks and they have nothing of value to contribute to music and whatnot. It's hilarious to read through because it's like, you know what happens like after the fact, you know the ending of that story, and it's just like, why are you so angry? I don't want to skip. I told you that. And when you didn't know how to pronounce... so, funny you say that. I was in orchestra class in high school. And the director was like, all right, everyone, we're going to play through Wagner, pull out the music for it. And like, I'm like, I don't have Wagner. And I'm looking all around and I'm like trying to find it. And like, where are we starting at? Like, they're playing. I'm like super confused. And I just like raised my hand. I was like, I don't have Wagner. Like the only thing that's close is I have Wagner. And he's like, oh, Wagner is German, so it's pronounced Wagner, not Wagner.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very...
What if I refuse?
No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people.
Again.
If the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get.
I'm patient.
Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here.
How long did you record?
That I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten
my favorite
too much
song.
And it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many...
What if he just started reading the dictionary?
So much more than forever ago, which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday.
Just keeps
here
going.
And there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be.
going?
It's the only thing there is. How many billions left?
Oh,
until
I should
so much
start
more
talking
than
like that.
forever ago, which is why I say,
Just turn that into my normal speaking
the
voice.
story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time.
Okay.
At which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah blah.
So
blah,
I
blah,
don't think
blah, 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 blah,
there's a
blah,
secret
blah,
to it.
blah.
I think it's
It
just
isn't
gonna
too much, and
keep
can't be just yet.
looping it,
No, until
despite how patient I am.
245. Got the
So we'll skip.
Oh, you're back, you see.
I
You were
barely skipped.
only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of
I
time for
can't
me
skip
to
again.
deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That
Why
last
should we
one
skip
was,
such
well,
exciting content? Oh,
I
you
wanna
know
say
what? That's a
maybe
good point.
30, 45 minutes?
I definitely shouldn't.
Stanley!
What?
Stanley, please
My finger
don't push
slipped.
the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there.
Stanley's
I
never
don't
seen
know
the
why
movie
the
Click.
skips are getting longer, but they're
Adam Sandler would be disappointed.
Stanley, you're back.
See?
You're back.
Should have watched the movie.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Oh no.
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here.
Somebody water the
a single
plant.
person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just...
The narrator's gonna die.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're
Hi.
here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
How many
I've had
decades?
so much time. I
Yeah.
stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for
Yes,
you.
that's how I
To
achieved
begin with,
enlightenment.
There is only regret.
Oh no, the narrator. We paused him. You hated that Black Mirror episode? Time prison. You know, if I have to like keep reliving this lifetime over and over again, I definitely would. I like what my life has become. I would have turned it into. What if I don't press it? Okay, it wants me to press it. The narrator, he's dead. Uh-oh. Low battery. Jump. Turning into Dali. I hope they make more Black Mirrors. Really like that
didn't
show.
understand
Hey,
the
you're back.
game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed. They gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said.
Yep,
First,
welcome to the internet, narrator. Everyone will find a reason to complain about something. You're right. That we should see what the brand of battery it was for the smoke detector. It lasted a long time. Must have been a Duracell.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I love that song. Okay, what about back here? Oh no. Hey, have maintenance take a look at that leak. Uh-oh. I said, have maintenance take a look at that leak. They did not listen. There's something beautiful about that. Next. Don't like that song. Ah. Creepy sounding music. Okay, a little bit more and then I can escape. That pipe gonna fall? Nope. What happened to the plants? It sounds scary out there. I stand corrected. Now it sounds scary out there. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. Oh no. What happened to the button? Ah, Phoenix Simulator. It's only 118 degrees out today. Time to go for a jog. Let's go on top. Stanley is king of the world. What? I can only stand on this? Stanley, your standing abilities are lacking. How far can I go? Curious what's gonna happen. Ah! Wanna recount? Did we escape? Back at it again. I wanna sharpen my pencils, please.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself.
Now I can get some work
This is what I wanted
done.
all along. I got what I wanted.
New content. What about old content? Hmm?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Mm-hmm. We'll get more new content here in a minute.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The projector. Why is this closed now? There we go.
Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this.
This is my
I'm not going to
home.
encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I will. I'm gonna build things. I've got duct tape, a wrench, and a broom. We can build a robot. What happens if I just wait here? Will the narrator get annoyed? I think so. Yeah. He's annoyed. He's fuming right now. He just doesn't want to admit it. I'm gonna sweep up in here. It's a little dirty. The textures are a little rough. Like they took a picture of a screen of a box. Oh, tease the narrator. You thought I was gonna leave? Yeah. Surprise! Was that radioactive? Ooh. Copper wire spool. Coated with uranium. But you guys got a loose wire there. Gotta have maintenance take a look at that too. Still a broom closet. I'm kind of expecting it to like turn into a portal.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, I did. Oh no. We went down to hell. That's unfortunate. Aha!
But Stanley
Let's
just
escape.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical
The rapture
sense.
happened.
And as
That's
Stanley
why they dropped
pondered
this.
he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Good question.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
No.
Stanley said to himself.
This is new.
all
See?
too strange.
That
This can't
drop
be
right
real.
there is
But at
slightly
last,
different
he
from
came
that.
to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
Coffee nut.
I'm dreaming, he yelled.
I'm
This is all a
dreaming,
dream.
I yelled.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually
We're
gone.
speedrunning this.
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
Pro
I
game
suppose
remove.
I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Uh-oh.
Then he
Gravity
imagined
check.
himself soaring through
Appears
space
defective.
on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
Uh-oh. I
and
think he's got a
Stanley
tumor.
marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
The answer is 42.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
This game has
Now,
grown
the
on to
voice was
day vibes.
describing itself as considered
I haven't
by
seen that movie in a
Stanley,
long time.
Who found it particularly
Yes, it does, though.
strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Yes.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was
It
that,
does.
of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
It was a
Stanley
video
simply
game.
deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain
Hidden
beyond a doubt
door.
that
Nope.
this was in fact a dream.
Hidden
Did
door.
the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself...
Ever had a
to wake
lucid
up.
dream? Oh, yeah.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Ah,
the fresh air of a world outside this one.
relaxed.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me
Oyasu
continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will
I don't
be
know about
fine.
that.
I am okay.
And you wake up in the therapist office.
Stanley began screaming. Please,
Ah!
someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Instagram
I must
filter.
be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Uh-oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place
Ooh,
of
that's that
work.
picture.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know
Are
what
we
is
though?
real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That sounds about right. The end is never the end. Huh. So the snare drummer in SV 2005 that got cut before finals, how does that work out? Do you get a refund? Oh, I doubt it. I don't know, actually. That's an interesting question. Especially because it happened like literally the week before finals. If I remember correctly, it's like the week or two. Like they went through the full season. They got significant instruction throughout the entire time. Had to pay for their housing, their food, all that stuff, travel, like on the bus. So yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think if I've ever been part of a group where they ended up cutting somebody towards the end. And if so, I just don't remember. It's been so long since I've had to do that. Had to cut somebody. Let's take a look at howlongtobeat.com. Stanley Parable. This is 1.5 to 3 hours. Completionist is 9 hours. Ultra Deluxe is 2 to 5 hours. So we're 2 hours into it. Let's see. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Dang. Yeah, there's so many. Let's. Oh, I didn't even do that stuff yet. Huh. Okay, so there's the different kinds of buttons that you can press towards the end. And that'll give you a different ending for just the normal mode. Let's see. Deluxe. Okay. I think I'm going to play through this again 2 days from now, and we'll try and get some more of the endings. Because there's a flowchart here that I'm looking at. It's got just a ton of different things. Excuse me. A kill bucket? What is that? Okay. All right. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll do some more Fortnite. We'll try and get some more wins. And then 2 days from now we'll come back to this. Let me actually save this. I can come back to the guide for that. But yeah, really interesting game. Super goofy. Like, definitely appreciate the sense of humor with it. Okay, saved. But yeah, I've got a hard cutoff today that I got to meet. But yeah, I appreciate everybody chatting with me on Twitch, on YouTube. And thank you on Instagram for pointing out that one little goofy little side tangent with knocking on the doors. That was funny. What about injury leading to someone getting cut? Oh, someone got hurt on 2011 on the cadet snare line. Interesting. Yeah. I'm not sure, because like I got into an injury and like for a week or two I had to just sit on the sideline and just like pad it out while my knee was like recovering from that car accident. But then I just was on painkillers and was able to like make it out through the rest of the season, barely. It hurt to March, but yeah, I don't know. I do know of some people who got some injuries. What they would sometimes do is be like, so if you're marching on the battery, like they offered me a spot to like perform in the pit, and I was like, Even though I've played in pit and do mallets and all that, I just don't. It's not my passion. And every time I'd go out onto the field, I'd be like, I should be out there on snare. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they would do with that. They might just give you like an alternative placement in the front ensemble. That's interesting. Cadets 2011. Huh. Yeah, that was a unique show, now that you mention it. It's interesting. Tyler, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping in for the stream. This was a fun game. I look forward to playing it some more, but yeah, bummer about the cadets and, you know, all the horrible stuff that what's-his-face apparently did. Hopkins, I think that's his name. You love that they had 6 bases. Yeah, it's interesting how, like, some numbers become a norm. Like, only doing 5. It's funny to see, like, some of the college drumlines in particular where they'll have, like, I don't know, 20 bases. I'm not exaggerating there, but it's just a little excessive. But hey, if you got that many people that want to perform in it, then go for it. Don't have to just limit it to 5. Well, I think I know who I'm talking about. I think he has a crazy blog. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I forget what I was just saying. I'm out of it. I need more coffee, I think. Still recovering from that lack of sleep. We were talking about different size lines. I don't remember. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be back. We'll be gaming. That's the plan. I don't think I have a conflict. Let me double check. Calendar. Show me. Oh yeah, tomorrow so I'll work on tenor technique, and then we'll do some Fortnite, and then we'll do Limb Independence on Friday with more Stanley Parable. And then after this is another game that I have not played called Fran Bow or Fran Bow or something like that. It looks really morbid. So yeah, it looks interesting. Very unique art style. Oh yeah, Hopkins, yeah. Yeah. I didn't know he had a blog. That's interesting. He, yeah, allegedly did a lot of things that are horrible, from what I've heard. I don't know what's been documented as or proven as true or anything, but the stuff I heard was like, what? But yeah, basically because of the things that allegedly happened, and he was let go and then did a lawsuit. And that lawsuit led to so many fees. Apparently, it folded the entire organization for the cadets. At least that's what I heard. Like, this is all allegedly and hearsay. I just read stuff online, and I don't really know what's up with all that. But it's unfortunate that people were impacted by him negatively, and then allegedly, and then also it's unfortunate that like it completely derailed the entire organization as well. But yeah, lots of bad stuff that I've read. I mean, the thing with like online is like people will exaggerate, speak hyperbolically, etc. And so I don't know how much of it's true, but even if like 5% of it's true, it's like, okay, that's a problem. So either way, unfortunate for everyone involved with that organization and anyone who interacted with him. But yeah, like some of the cadets, they used to throw down consistently. They were a really good line. Like Cadets 2000, Tenor Break is probably one of my favorite ones. Very cool one where they're like put the drums on the stand and we're moving around it and playing behind their back and all that stuff. You're able to sight read the Velvet Night Spree? Nice. Your mind is leveling up. Hey, yeah. When I got the inflated elbow, like the bursitis or whatever, that like made it so I couldn't fully extend my arm and I couldn't practice at all with the left, I just like worked on the right hand and then just like would read through music and try and visualize myself practicing it. It does activate around 80%, of the neurons that you would if you were practicing. So that's a good way to just kind of keep your brain going with trying to improve through an injury. There's a lot of like research on what like high performance athletes, elite athletes, like Olympic level athletes will do when they get an injury, because, you know, it just happens. And that's one of the things is mental imagery, that just like basically practicing in their head. So that could be something for you to do while you kind of let your hand refuel itself, refresh. One of the best groups ever folded by one man. Yep. Unfortunately, when you've been a part of the organization for as long as you have and like are the lead of it, and then do the things that apparently happened. Apparently that was what was going on and why it all folded by one person. So that's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. But now some other groups got those instructors and students, and they're better. More people playing, but I'm going to call it here. I got to go. But as always, appreciate everybody stopping by. And hopefully you continue to enjoy the play-alongs. But I'm out. So goodbye.